Hi, I'm Laura Flanders of The Laura Flanders Show. Watch every week on Free Speech TV, Link TV, YouTube, or if you're in New York, CUNY TV. Prefer to listen? Subscribe to the free podcast at lauraflanders.org. I end every week with a commentary. I call it the F word. Here's this week's. Losing Barcelona. That was the headline on the story in Jacobin this week. A local vote in a far-off city. Had I not just returned from Barcelona, I might have left it at that. The fact is, U.S. media give us so little coverage of goings-on elsewhere and so little context as to why Americans should care that there's little incentive to keep up. But Barcelona's different. For close to a decade now, it's been what my friend Sol Trumbo Vila calls a beacon for the possibilities of transformative change at the city level. Led by former housing activist Ada Colau, who was elected mayor in May 2015, Barcelona's government has been in the hands of a movement that became a political party, Barcelona in Comú. They won office on a pledge to develop the city as a commons, meaning a place for people, not a profit center for speculators and extractive corporations. In office, Colau halted new hotels, stopped thousands of foreclosures, supported worker-owned cooperatives, and formed the state's largest publicly owned utility. They also encouraged a free, neutral, cooperatively owned broadband network called GuifiNet that offers low-priced Wi-Fi and a prize-winning alternative to the telecom giants. Colau established new systems of governance with more local consultation. Did she solve all the problems of an austerity-hit world city, hemmed in by bans on borrowing and hiring and expanding the public budget? No. Did they figure out ways to work with others, always without disappointing their base? No. Most damaging, their fence-sitting on the Catalan independence question, having seen the footage of heavily armed federal police literally battening people as they clung to their forbidden ballot boxes. I get it, why separatist Ernest Maragall may have scored 4,000 some more votes than Colau in this May's vote. But losing Barcelona, Maragall and Colau actually stand neck to neck in council seats. They're both left-of-center parties. Colau could team up with him and stay in government but lose the mayor's post, or she could partner with more left-of-center winners, Pedro Sanchez's Socialist Party, which came in second after a high-profile surge in national elections earlier in the month. That route would require accepting 3 votes from a center-nationalist lot who most principled leftists don't trust. But losing Barcelona? The Commons agenda is seeded deep into the city. In an interview, even crusty Maragall endorsed support for the Commons and digital democracy and the Fearless Cities network that Colau and others helped to start. And at the level of principle, Colau is not finished making change yet. Having polled her base this weekend, she's putting the question to the people. Barcelonans will decide on what deal she should make. Let the people decide. Putting that principle into practice has got to be a win, no matter what. You can see our coverage of the Fearless Cities Network and the special we produced on the Transformative Cities movement at our website. That's lauraflanders.org. And thanks. You can always write to me, tell me what you think. We love to hear from you, and I get back to you as soon as I can. That's Laura at lauraflanders.org.